I think the time for this has passed. This is not a time for diplomacy.
Hayden, something we have going on here, and again, I always wonder, and this is why I thought this conversation on trigger warning would be so interesting. And I thought to myself, the immediate thing that strikes me is in the U.S., I feel like we have something bizarrely different going on, and this is why I think it's different here. We have photographs. We tweeted this out on the News Junkie earlier of all the major cities in the United States, and they're boarding up the doors. So, like, let's say in the middle of Miami, in the middle of Las Vegas, in the middle of New Orleans, they're boarding up the doors like there's a hurricane coming. Are you seeing any of that yet, or is this just a dumbass US thing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't really have many guns here, so there's not been much in the way of panic buying those. But no, as moronic as our population can be, and they can.
Hold your beer.
Yeah,
We can be much more dumb.
yes, I agree. But no, we're not boarding up our windows to prevent.
I like how you said, yes, I agree. You guys can be dumber.
You guys are stupid as shit.
Obviously, I mean no offense. But no, nobody's doing stuff like that. But I mean, come on, is that really any worse than hoarding pasta and fucking toilet paper,
Or water.
or anything? Anything. I mean, now here's the thing, though, guys. It's gonna get serious tomorrow. People are gonna know tomorrow, though.
What's your we on the show on the News Junkie, we do this thing where we have our freak out meter, right? We say, from 1 to 10, how freaked out are you? And honestly, I was very dismissive at the beginning of this because we've done it forever. We have every single year some sort of pandemic that fizzles out.
We lived through the bird flu and Ebola.
Yeah,
and
H1N1.
It was
Ebola.
It was big in the news cycle,
Dude,
but it wasn't.
Africa lived through Ebola, dude. That was a film.
Yeah.
The nearest you got was that film with Dustin Hoffman. Let's not get excited.
And fair enough, Dustin Hoffman is very scary to most Americans. Nothing to do with the guy.
I like the guy. And saying lived through was probably the wrong turn of phrase. We watched it.
And that show was scary.
It was part of the news cycle, but it wasn't anything that was coming for our shores.
Did you board up the windows after watching it?
Fuck no.
Not yet. Some people have. And so I watch all of this and I go, at the beginning of it, I said, this is nothing. This is not that bad. And my whole theory has been that this is a virus that is like the Goldilocks of viruses. It's right there. It's got just enough time before you show any symptoms, but you can still spread it. Yeah. It's got just enough time after that where you are supposed to be in quarantine. It's got just enough of all the right things. It's a once in 100 years kind of virus. So isn't the big question, is there really anything we can do about this?
Beyond try and slow it down until we get a vaccine? No, nothing at all. Stay away from each other. Try not to infect people that will die from it. We know there's a couple of treatments coming down the pipeline from that malaria drug, but believe me, the side effects on that drug are spectacular. So they've got to work on that a little bit.
About chloroquine?
Yeah, that's close enough, dude. Yeah.
Chloroquino.
That's it.
Chloroquine.
Anti-malaria drugs.
Right. Yeah.
Combinations of things. So there will be a treatment, but it won't be a cure. And there will be a vaccination available probably within 12 months, I'd have thought. But of course, everyone online is saying they won't take that because that's Bill Gates trying to kill them.
Oh, that's not happening here. I think the thing that's happening here is people are so concerned that our economy was really cranking away. Things were going well. Everybody had a job. I mean, our unemployment rate was in the low 2s. And now, in the past 2 weeks alone, our unemployment rate is probably around 10%.
Oh, it's going to get far worse as well.
Yeah.
But, there's no doubt in my mind.
Which in case people don't know, a key point for American citizens which is so far away from us, is the Great Depression. And in the Great Depression, we were in like the high teens, like, so if we can in 2 weeks go from 2% unemployment to 10% unemployment, the idea of us going into another depression is a really solid reality.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And there's a lot of geographic things that go on there too. I'm sure that the people in the Carolinas that are producing tobacco are going to be doing just fine, especially because the rest of them are all stressed the fuck out.
Yeah.
But here in Orlando, my own fiance is a high up position at a hotel running restaurants. They can't do that. They're right next to Disney. There is no Disney right now. So the travel industry got it first, and the tourism is really just
Smashed.
tanking.
Well, yeah, I mean, they shut Vegas, didn't they?
Yeah.
Las Vegas. I mean, here in the UK tomorrow, we're
You sound
closing.
like you have a really like tie to Vegas. You're like, oh, you sound sad.
Oh, I got married in Vegas. We spent our honeymoon there because we thought instead of spending money feeding people I don't like, why don't we spend it all on ourselves in Vegas? And America is the land of great opportunity. We got married. We saw Megadeth. We fired machine guns. We flew in a helicopter down the Grand Canyon. Fuck it, Vegas is amazing. I lived the dream in Vegas. All these little Mexican kids trying to give me cards with porn on it. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Just so, Celine, just so you know, so Hayden came to the United States. You came to Orlando for a little while.
Yeah.
But over there in the UK, they're spoiled. Their vacations are, or their holidays.
Yeah. Of course.
Are like 2+ weeks. Here we die for 3 days of any kind of freedom from a job over here. And of course, our jobs are attached to our insurance. And of course, we're losing our jobs because of the COVID-19. So we're fucked. If you can send over some flights for the rest of us,
Guys, it's never too late to come home. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'd have to go to Ireland, I think.
No. Just it's okay. We'll take you back. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with being a colony.
Now,
It's perfectly fine. We've got a fucking idiot running the country. You'll feel right at home.
do you think that the